Well, hello, and welcome to a Corporate Facilities Group instructional video here. And as you can see, I am Paul John Hausleben. You can't see me, but as you can see, I am on a roof. I'm on the roof of a large commercial building located in Central Virginia. A very long floor plate on this particular building. It's quite big, about I guess about 300,000 square foot or so, a couple stories high, 5-6 stories high. And the building is separated, the large floor plates, you can see I'm scanning it, by two skylights, atrium type skylights with penthouses on each side. One penthouse is a chiller plant, the other one is storage and utilities, and a center penthouse which houses elevator machining for the passenger elevators. So it's an interesting building. Used to be a headquarters building for a large electronic retailer, and now it's transitioned through many phases, foreclosure to a bank sale to private investors, and is now in the hands of a multi-tenant. So we do management here. We've been here for many years. We know this property really well, and we provide full maintenance operations, technical consulting, hands-on maintenance, as well as management of the chiller plants and operation of the complex mechanicals here. But part of what we do is inspect the facility, and this is what I'm going to do today. We're going to do a walk through our monthly check of the rooftop, which includes a lighting system. You can see there's a lightning protection system here that spans and protects the whole perimeter of the building. Building is wide open on all the horizons, and here in Central Virginia the storms seem to roll out of west and head towards the river valley, which is down in this way. And I'll tell you, you can get rocked and rolled here in the summertime. It becomes very sultry, hot, nasty, and humid here, almost a Florida-like climate in the summer. This is unusual morning. It's actually relatively cool. But usually the summers are tough, nasty, and sticky. We're about 90 miles south of Washington, D.C., so the humidity there is legendary. But we're going to do a walkthrough of this whole roof. Let me get harnessed up because I'm going to go near the edge of the roof, so my assistant here, chief engineer of the facility, Raphael, is going to lash me up and tether me, and hopefully doesn't get me pushed over the edge here. So hang on a second, I'll be right back. Alright, we are harnessed up now and tethered and fully equipped in case I happen to get a little too close to the edge here. So we're going to anchor me to some tie-off points that the window washers use. But as you can see, I'm walking the perimeter. This is a stone ballasted roof. It's an EPDM product. It's a very good quality product. About 60 mil, if I remember, 0.60. And it's only about 3 years old. They put the roof on about 3 years ago. And we inspect it and check it. Like I said, the storms here are very horrific. And we also had a rough winter, very cold here, with more snow than they usually get for Virginia. About 20 inches or so. So not as much as my native northeast area, but the mid-Atlantic climate here can be very precarious. So we're inspecting the roof, but we're also looking at the lighting protection, and you can see the bond. This is a AL bond that goes along the whole entire top of the edge of the roof, and it's adhered with these little strips with little, almost like a silicone. And they have air rods on all the corners. There's an air rod there. There's an air rod there. So I just walk and look for any loose spots. We got a little piece of the bonding picking up here. It looks like we might have lost a little connector here, so you can see it's missing. So we're going to write that up. And this, of course, is not really for the faint of heart if you don't like height. So you're best off just calling Corporate Facilities Group in Atlanta, Georgia, to do this stuff for you, because even though I'm in Virginia, we cover the whole nation, and this is what I do. So here I'm going to get real close to the edge here, and just making sure you're paying attention. I'm really all right, folks. So looks like I found something here, and you can see the bond comes up and then it goes to building steel here. It's also bonding this old mast, and it looks like this air rod here has come loose. You can see it's loose from its mount, and the EPDM rubber is peeled away. So we're gonna have to write this one up. And strangely enough, we have a large population of red hawk here, red-tailed hawk, and they like to sit on these corners and observe wildlife, look for the next meal. And they tend to move these stones around. You can see the droppings there, so they might have been picking at things. But we're gonna have to service this and get the maintenance guys up here. You can see some of this is even cracked away. So, all right, well, I'm gonna continue to walk the whole perimeter here, and then I'll show you some of the roof construction. I want to head towards this one corner, which I know has, I believe to be the male hawk who hangs here most of the time. And sorry for the noise, the ballast crunches under my feet, and it's always windy here. But the male hawk hangs on this corner, and he always moves all the ballast stone away, so he doesn't like to, I guess, have his claws, his talons sitting on the stone. He'd rather be on the rubber. So I know I'll have to write this up and get the maintenance guys back with a little broom to distribute some of the ballast back. Everything looks intact here. Yep, see, as I come up on this corner here, once more he's made his little post here, and you can see he's moved everything around and picking away a little bit at the corners too. They like to pick at this material. So I'll write this one up. Now I'm gonna move. I just gotta pause this. I'm gonna get out of this dopey harness, and we're gonna move in and show you a couple other nuances of this roof inspection. Hang on. Okay, I've moved to the interior of the roof, or far away from the edge, and I just inspect all the flashing along the base of these penthouses, inspecting them for any kind of loose or open joints. Everything looks pretty good here. Like I said, this is fairly new. And right here is what we're looking at. We're looking at a rubber product, good quality, and it is set upon foam insulation, if I remember right, and then it has a concrete deck sitting on the steel of the building deck. So it's a good roofing product, a good system, especially here for Virginia. You get a lot of ice and a lot of ice storms. I like to have the ballast stone. Plus, with this size roof, you can see how huge the floor plates are. It does help to protect with wind. Now, this building has not only these two skylights, which are a bit of a maintenance nightmare because of the potential for leaks, which always happens, expansion and contraction. They do have evaporation pans inside, which tend to stop some of the water from dripping in the building. The sun will evaporate some of the captured water, but we have to scrub them down 2 or 3 times a year, and then we have to squeegee them off, try to keep them maintained, but they are a maintenance nightmare. Very attractive, high atrium in the building, very dramatic, but a bit of a nightmare. And then here, years ago, they had another high atrium. You can see this. And I think because this is here, I've been here at this property on and off for 10 years, but I think what happened here is the sunlight was troublesome, as well as the leaks. So they just covered it with this galvanized metal product, which seems to be holding up really, really well. We have really no issues with that. We might have to paint that one of these days with a special paint. But other than that, you can see the cooling tower is protected by air rods too. And like I mentioned, this is a big chiller plant here. So I'm going to make my way around here, continue my roof inspection. I found 1 or 2 things here, and I'll write it up on a checklist that we have and put it into the work order system. And that's what we do here. So we are Corporate Facilities Group Incorporated, based in Atlanta, Georgia. And we're your leading resource for facility management, maintenance, operations, and property management. And if you need me to come schlepping around on your roof, You can check us out at www.corporatefacilitiesgroup.com. And our phone number is buried somewhere there on a big Google. And I'll tell you, you know, it's not too bad out here today, and somebody's got to do this. So I guess it might as well be me. Doesn't get more exciting than walking around on top of roofs, folks, but hey, that's what we do. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.